What's going on, guys? It's Isaac from Stock Hours here, and today I'm going to be going over a trade I took on Lucid. So I'm basically just going to be explaining and reviewing my trade. So let's get right into it. So I'm on the 1 hour chart here on Lucid, and right off the bat, you can see that this 43 level is acting as a resistance. So you can see here that it tried to break, but it couldn't hold above and ended up wicking right back down. The next day, it tested that 43 level exactly and got rejected. Then later in the day, it came back, it tried to break but couldn't hold once again. And then that following morning during pre-market, you can see that it touched 43 level again and it rejected. So we can tell that this is a very strong resistance level. So I'll be looking to take calls once it officially breaks out of this level. And we can also see that it kind of has an uptrend that it's following here. You can see that it wicked above, and then if we go the next day, it actually bounced right off of it. So let's dive into the actual play here. And this was on January 11th, so it was a few days ago. I have to kind of go back here. So let's see. So we can see here the first rejection around 43. And then if we go on to the next day, we can see another rejection. It tried to break, couldn't hold, rejected. So a lot of rejections at that 43 level. And there's that pre-market rejection. So let's go at the market open and see what happened. All right. So here we can see Lucid is opening up around 42 to 41.60 area. So I also, when I'm taking my trades, I like to pay attention to what the market's doing. So on the left side, I have NQ pulled up, and we can see that morning, we can see NQ kind of dipped, and it was kind of consolidating. And you can see that Lucid kind of followed the same pattern. So we can see here that Lucid pushed up, NQ is pushing up, and then Lucid ended up coming back down as NQ is coming back down. And then NQ kind of built a support here and was kind of pushing its way back up. So I had that 43 level on watch, and then we can see here on the next few candles at 650, it had a volume spike. So I was like, okay, this is grabbing my attention. It had a volume spike and it's going into that 43 level. And at the time, so if we look at 650 here, if we go to 650 on NQ right here, we can see that NQ also had a green candle. So I have my contracts ready and I'm looking to enter slightly before that 43 break because I don't want to get in after the premiums already went up in value once it broke that 43 level. So I have the 43 calls loaded and ready to go once it gets close to my level here. So we can see that the next NQ candle at 651 is a solid green candle, and at the same time Lucid here is also a solid green candle with volume. So once I saw that volume spike, I got in around like 42.90 area, and that's when I entered calls. And then we can see here that we've just broke right through that 43 level, and I ended up selling at the top of this candle just because the premiums had moved nicely and I didn't want to get caught in another wick. So I played it safe and just sold at the peak here. So I ended up scaling out. I had 100 contracts. I scaled at a 50, and then as I saw this kind of rejection, I just completely exited my position. And it ended up moving higher throughout the day, but my goal was to kind of, right now in these market conditions, I don't want to risk and hold and give back profits, so I wanted to just take that nice scalp and call it a day. So NQ was also pushing, and then you can see the next candle on NQ, it rejected. It had a red candle, so that's another reason why I exited, because I saw this rejection on NQ and I saw how Lucid was following NQ during the morning, so I didn't want to get caught in a fake breakout. So I entered my calls and then ended up selling at the top of this candle. And I'll show you my fills. I have a screenshot of my fills, so I'll show you that. But yeah, basically I was watching this level because we saw a lot of rejection, and NQ was going in favor here. You could see NQ was pushing up, and that's when Lucid broke at the same time. So it would have been nice to hold it, but I didn't want to take that risk again. So thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you guys enjoyed that video.